a couple days later, I had a hospital bill that I was having to pay, and it was way more than I thought I was going to pay for this particular bill. And I was anxious about it. And I was like, oh man, this sucks. I didn't want to pay this much. And then all of a sudden I said, Carrie, you're going to make this money back. And almost immediately my phone blew up, like my phone, like the little thing that says you have a new email. I look at the email and it's that 7-figure business coach reaching out to me, asking me if I can work with her. And if she's having this big online event and she wants to introduce me as her personal astrologer at the event in front of all of these new clientele that I would now have access to, who make all this money. And that was probably one of the ones that was just like, literally, as soon as I said, you're going to make this back, Carrie, it's like, boom, something happened.
Exactly. And it's like, we don't need to worry about the how. Like, I really want to bring that to people's attention. Like, you are the magnet. We are the magnet. We can draw these resources to us. So many people like, how? And it's like, it's not the how, it's the choice, getting an energetic alignment, doing the rituals, doing the energy work, doing the rewiring work, and like understanding these fundamental universal laws. And then the resources just appear in ways we could have never expected. Like the chances of her just finding your website, like that is divine intervention. But you became an energetic match to that. And even when you release that money, it's like, okay, I'm paying this off. This happens to me all the time. It's like, okay, here hospital bill, trusting, and then it always comes back. And most of the time you can't anticipate, just like in that moment, because like for money specifically, I love talking about like the energetics of money. Like I'm doing a mini masterclass on this coming up. And I have a full course on this called Surrendering into Abundance, but like the energetics of it, it's like, if we cap one end, like the outflow, we also cap the inflow. So many people have like leakages, and then they're like, oh, I don't want to invest in this thing. But it's like, okay, then you're signaling to the universe, if that's in alignment. If it's not, then that's okay, because we want to be intentional. But if something is in alignment and we just don't want to invest in it, we're just telling the universe, okay, don't send us more abundance, because we're just a funnel. We are, it's not like it will go in the path of least resistance, and we are the vessel that it can come through to use as resources in these pathways. So like, that's another energetic. I don't know if I ever told you about that before, but it's like, I didn't know that story. I knew part of it. I knew that she had messaged you and that you were working with her mastermind, but I didn't know that you had just paid off that hospital bill. But that makes so much sense, because it's like, okay. And then the universe is like, oh, yay, here. It was like my trip to Greece. I studied with the healer. I didn't have the money. I made the choice, and boom, within 24 hours, it was like an acting check from a year and a half prior. And like the amount of time this has happened to me so many times, that I'm like, okay, thank you, Spirit. I will follow your guidance.